race at Azure GP circuit, also known as Monaco. As you all know it, for those who didn't tune into the sprint race, we had quite the mayhem, quite the carnage into the first lap, many sustained damage, but we did have Spudmad take the ending result, and I believe we had Dirk Diggler and Taijo coming off into finishing the rest of the top three. Super was having a great battle with that lot, but he did end up sustaining damage. But take a look into the feature race, straight into the random grid. We do have HHV in first place again, so HHV's back into the top of grid, and he's going to love this. We have Spudmad in 7th. That's one to look out for. He got one of the top times in the practice session. And then we have NZ Jack in 4th. He was 2nd in the practice session times. And I believe this is Dirt Rally in 3rd. After that, we've got Revs Martin, Missy Apex. And we'll go into the chase cam so we can all see what cars and get to know their liveries they're using. Misty Apex was behind Cool Boy last race with the bit of damage. Misty Apex ended up overtaking him after a while. Spudmad behind him in 7th. 8th place, we've got Spunkmeyer. Taijo in 9th. Cool Boy 10th. Super Crusher 11th. And Dirk Diggler 12th, looking to storm back up to the field, hoping to do as well as he did last time. Hoping the first lap is cleaner than the last race of the sprint race. But here we go for the feature race. Mandatory pit stop, by the way, for everyone. Green flag, and we're off. HHV with a great start. We've got NZ Jack going off onto the outside of Dirt Rally. That's almost 3 wide into St. Devon. That's not something you see too often. Revs Martin, Spudmad, everyone makes it out alive. Great to see Dirt Rally. Yes, everyone went through that well. Now, what we want to pay attention to is Sector 2. For those that watched the sprint race, that is where everything went down. So now the drivers have learnt their lessons to drive more cautiously. And there we go. I believe that's Super Crusher got a little bit of a love tap from Spudmire. 3 wide already. That's Dirt Rally. He's lost a few positions. Both teammates of the Vane blue cars are going 2 wide. Now, drivers, we got to hope you guys don't go 3 wide into this corner. You've learnt your lessons, and that goes, I believe, Missy Apex, who's got tomorrow. Rally runs into the hairpin, and I believe, who was that jumped over him? I believe that was Taijo that made a jump over Dirt Rally. I've never seen that happen. I've never seen a car that was I've never seen a car that was spun out and another car ram into it and jump over it. That's the first I've seen in Flux Motorsport League racing. But there you go. That cars can now jump over cars, everyone. But hello, everyone that's tuned in. I do believe I can see we've got the comment section going. I will have a look at that in a moment. But looking back on, we've got Spudmad into 2nd place and NZ Jack. Now we've got the 2 fastest drivers on the grid in a battle already. This is what I've been waiting for all week. I've been looking at all these practice sessions, and from what I've seen, we've got NZ Jack and Spudmad quicker from the practice sessions. These guys are what the battle I'm looking out for at the moment. But also what we'll see, mandatory pit stops, Spudmad and Cool Boy, first to pit. What I didn't mention about the feature race earlier, I'm not sure if, for those who that weren't watching the sprint race, but in the feature race we do have a mandatory pit stop. So we've got 3 drivers taking their pit stop on the first lap, so they will have another 16 with free driving out of traffic. I imagine they would have gone to the pits first to avoid all the traffic, but I bet they didn't expect that two others would be joining them. Now what we want to see plays out is the drivers who pitted early, how their tyres are going at the end of the race. With the accelerated tyre wear on, those tyres will wear often. For those who don't pit, the tyres are often wearing out after the 12th lap. So I want to see how the tyres are reacting for those drivers who pitted, such as Dirt Rally, Revs Martin, and Spunkmeyer. So was that Cool Boy that pitted? I don't believe Cool Boy. No, I don't believe Cool Boy made a pit. Yes, it is, but he possibly. I'm not too sure. But we've got Dirt Rally in 7th off to the front of the pack. No, Spun. That's Spudmad taking Hamish into. No, that's... Yeah, Spudmad taking HHV into the wall. And I'm not sure if that was what really caused that incident, but if that's HHV taken into the wall by Spudmad, if HHV does submit that inquiry, that could be a possibly fail to a penalty. So that, if it is taken to stewards, and if it was Spudmad's fault in the incident. That could be a possible 5 seconds taken to Spider-Man. But that is what we're looking at to see. But in the meantime, we've got NZ, Jack and Spider-Man quite the battle to watch. But Supercrush is already in 3rd place. HHV behind him. Tyjo in 5th, making his way into the back straight. Apex and Dirk Diggler. This is going to be a battle to see. Dirk Diggler and miss the Apex. Cool Boy, who was battling, missed the Apex earlier in 8th place. And then the lads who have taken their pit stop right behind them with no traffic avoidance. But I don't think I saw anyone adding any tyres changing, but what I'm looking forward to seeing is in the pit stop who is changing tyres and who is not. But there we go, Spider-Man had set the fast lap, but Dirk Diggler's already made his move on Missy Apex. There we go, that's quite the battle for 6th place we've already got him, but battle for 1st place is currently in 4th. No, that's, yeah, HHV is already in 4th. I don't know how much damage he would have got from that incident, but I can imagine it would have slowed his car back. Anyway, quick look at the time to see if anyone's got any damage, but in penalties. But there we go, Cool Boy's already got a 2-second penalty, so he's got to be much more cautious during that time. But I have not looked back onto the notes, but between practice sessions we've got, yeah, Jack and Spud have displayed what's exactly going on in the practice session. But there we go, they're both fastest in Sector 2. But I believe Tyjo is the one that's been quicker than in Sector 2, in Sector 1, I believe. So there we go, Tyjo in 5th place. Quick, fast in Sector 1. In this 17 laps race, I reckon we're going to be looking back at Tyjo after a while. His pit strategy could play a part in this. Tyjo is still quite the quick he got the 3 last race. I believe we should be looking back at Tyjo later on in the race, as well as that lot who pitted first. I want to see how those tyres are reacting later on, because based on the practice sessions earlier on in the week, I did notice that, wow, that's really quick through St. Devon by Spudman. I don't know how much he quit the wall, but Supercrusher almost sliding in St. Devon as well. Supercrusher does appear to have some damage on the right side of his car, as still remaining with his lights on. Yeah, you can only see left light working. But yeah, HHV all sliding through, missing that, I believe. But HHV is going to possibly trying to make that move on Supercrusher soon, hoping the damage doesn't affect him too well, but that will be repaired in the pit stop. But Tyjo, there we go, Tyjo's pitted. Yeah, I believe Tyjo's made his pit stop, as he is now in 8th place. So there we go, Tyjo is the next driver to pit. We now have 4 drivers who have pitted and 7 who haven't. Still not sure if Cool Boy has made a pit stop or not exactly, but heading straight back to the top of the pack, Spider-Man and NZ Jack. Spider-Man, V8 Supercar driver, NZ Jack, GTE champion. Who will come on top this race? These guys are most definitely the fastest on the grid based on what we saw in the practice sessions earlier before the sprint race, for those who were paying attention there. So Spider-Man's really extended his gap. Can Spider-Man take both? If Spider-Man wins sprint race, I'd be amazed if he can make it in the feature race too. Spider-Man with a 7th place start in the grid as the random grid sorted there, but he's already made his way up to first already on lap 5. But NZ Jack right behind him. We're going to take a look behind for the battle with NZ. No, that's a Supercrusher on HHV. So are we going to look at with this Vane team? We always see team strategies and team communication between this lot. For those who watch the Supercars series and the IndyCar series, HHV was teammates with this lot in the IndyCars, and these two were teammates in the V8, so they know what HHV is like after being teammates with him in the cars. But are we going to see any team communication with these lot in the GT5 race like they did in the V8s? Revs often took later pit stops in the V8s, if those who didn't know, but Rev's already taken his pit stop. Could be to do with damage or to do with something different. This is not something I deck. This is new for Rez Martin. And Supercrusher staying out because we're not halfway just yet. But Cool Boy, yeah, I believe. Who is that? Apex. No, that's. What's happened? Is it Apex? Yeah, that's a retiree from Apex. What? going straight into more. What's happened that we started the race with 12 drivers and we're missed the apex. So what happened there? Who else are we missing? Missed the apex is gone. Yeah, missed the apex is gone. Who else are we missing? I'll have to come back to you guys on that, on who we're still missing while I figure that out. But there we go, still got Spider in first. We'll take enter Jack in second, Supercrusher in third, really extending his lead on HHV. So HHV's possibly gotten slower due to the damage he received from the incident earlier with Spudmire, or it could be to do with penalties. No, we've only got Coolboy still with that 2-second penalty. And yeah, we're really curious to what happened with Missed the Apex there, but there we go. Spudman take Dirt Rally 6th place. What happened there? Coolboy, that's because Coolboy's making his pit stop. Coolboy has taken his pit stop. There we go. Power is out for Missed the Apex. So after we heard earlier that there are storms in the UK, I believe that could have been what happened to Destroyer in the sprint race. He did not retire. That was a disconnect. So storms in the UK. What have we got here? We got 2 UK drivers heft. Really hoping the storms are all good for you UK drivers and everyone's out there safe in their homes. Hoping the storms are going okay. But we still have 2 more UK drivers, so I hope the rest can stay in the race. Other UK drivers in the race, we've got Spunkmeyer in 10th, and then I believe that is Dirk Diggler 5th. But yeah, in the other UK drivers we did have Destroyer and we had Missed the Apex, but both are gone. Both due to disconnects and power going out. So, but also it's Lost Viper. Australian driver had their power going out too. This is quite the common occurrence going out around the world. But so here we go. Tyro's pitted. Dirt Rally's lost his front end, and Tyro's lost his front end. Have we just got an incident on the track that we have not witnessed yet? Still not sure if Dirt Rally's pitted, but there we go. Dirk Diggler's made his way into the pits. Dirk Diggler's made his pit stop. Still not sure if Dirt Rally's has, but there we go. The top 4 has not made their pit stop. Still not halfway through the race yet with the 17-lap race. Mandatory pit stop. At least 4 have not taken the pits. Not sure if you guys can let me know in the comments if Dirt Rally has made his pit stop or not. But the top 4 have not made their pit stops. Supercrusher, HHV, everyone's quite got the gap into each other. So we're not going to see any overtaking from this one anytime soon. But what we are going to see is what happens with the pit stops. The pit stops are what's going to play in the overtakes. Who changes tyres, who does nothing to the car. The guys who didn't change, who pitted really early, and what's going to happen to their tyres later on in the race, because their tyres have not been changed, and did those drivers who pitted around the mid part of the race change tyres? That's all going to play a big part. But yeah, Russ Martin's taken to the pits again. I believe he must have got some sort of damage. We have lost at least 4 drivers tonight. We started off the sprint race with 14 drivers. So that's quite sad to see, but we'll continue. The battle for 5th place is quite intense here. We've got Dirk Diggler, Dirt Rally, and then Tyjo behind him. We'll get the on-board on Tyjo again. We got the on-board on Tyjo last race, giving him some great action. So when Tyjo been with Flux Motorsport for quite the long time, driven in IndyCars and GTEs most of the time. And IndyCars and GTAs and LP2s last season. Ahead of him is Dirk Diggler, who was a V8 Supercar driver, and ahead of him is Tyjo. All these 3 drove in the V8s and have all raced each other last season. So I'm pretty sure they all know what each other are like. They all got quite the gap between them. So how's this going to play out later on in the race? I do believe they've all taken their pit stop. Not exactly sure if Dirt Rally has, but if Dirt Rally is around these... Oh no! There we go! Tyjo has spun out. Coming out of the last corner. Hope that wasn't part of the commentator's curse. I wasn't talking about Tyjo, but I did have the cameras on him. We're going to take the cameras right off Tyjo, because hopefully that wasn't to put it as the commentator's curse. But there we go. Enter Jack taking over. Res Martin with the blue flag. That would have been slowing him down a little bit there, but that's HHV taking over in 3rd place. So has that been NZ Jack with a pit stop, or NZ Jack having some sort of incident on why is that gap behind? Yeah, I believe NZ Jack would have spun out or had some sort of incident earlier, because I'm not sure why he would have taken that part into 4th place. So there we go. NZ Jack's earlier, so that battle between NZ Jack and Supercrosser is no more. I mean, Spudmire is no more. If they're all 20 seconds behind, these lot must have already pitted while the camera wasn't on. Yeah, these guys must have already pitted. All of them, these guys must have pitted, and NZ Jack would have had no, yep. Yeah, that's Super into the pits. So I'm not sure if NZ Jack is pitted or not, but yeah, there goes Super into the pits, and that leaves HHV and Spudmad. Spudmad's just Spudmad's got a crazy race. Yeah, that means what? I don't think HHV's pitted yet, but yes, Spudmad's 26 seconds ahead of everyone. I don't know what to say. This guy's bloody quick. I cannot wait to see this guy in the V8s next season. He is confirmed he is most likely driving the V8s. I can't wait to see this guy in the V8s. He is amazing. I'm gonna have a look how quick his fastest lap time is compared to everyone else. But yeah, wow. Yeah, he said a 42. Speed. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I have not seen a 42 all week. I did not think I would see a 42 at all. I was amazed to see the 43s, but no, I have no clue. I did not think I'd be seeing 42s. Yeah. What can I say? Great job to Spudmad, mate. Amazing driving for you, mate. Hoping you can keep this up for the rest of the races. You're on your 9th lap with a few laps left to go in the 17 lap race, but for everyone else, HHV, NZ Jack, we've got a battle behind them going on, and I believe who is that behind them in 4th place is Dirt Rally, but is that Revs behind them? Yes, that is Revs, and we're going to take a look on Supercrosser, who's taking his pit stop, heading right behind Tyjo. Tyjo, who did sustain a bit of damage from that spin out we had earlier. We saw that spin out from the onboard we had on Tyjo there. I can't believe Tyjo's going to be a little happy with me at the moment, as that could be part of the commentator's curse. Hopefully Tyjo does keep the car all good for the rest of the race here. But what can I say? Spud, yeah, there we go. HHV's made his pit stop. I believe Spud's the only one who is not taking his pit stop. So when Spud takes his pit stop, where will that put him? Near NZ Jack. Jack is 2nd place. Jack will be trying to make the quickest lap times he could possibly can. Yeah, goodbye Spaceman in the comment section, but yeah, there we go. So NZ Jack is 2nd place. He's going to be taking the quickest lap times he possibly did. What is Spudmad's plans? I mean, Spudmad's plans with his pit stop? He's the only one who has not gone in the pits, and he's the quickest driver on the grid. He has definitely got the oldest tyres on the track at the moment. If the drivers who had pitted earlier did not change tyres, I can't imagine I can't imagine why the drivers would yeah, that's just me, but I'm really not sure if the drivers who pitted on the first lap would have changed the tyres or not, and those tyres would have been a lap old. Although they would have been newer, it will be better than those first lap tyres, but too much time lost. But yeah, Dirk Dilo, one of those drivers who pitted last, is currently 4th place, battling Dirt Rally. So Dirt Rally behind him without could be part of the communications with the display, but one of issues with the car, but with the front end, I believe that could be a bit of issues for Dirt Rally. But everyone else who are Flux Motorsport members, if you are looking to participate in club races, keep an eye on that club race chat for what club races will be announced in the future. And be sure to keep an eye out, and for those who aren't drivers in Flux or just casual viewers, make sure to hit that subscribe, get those notifications on, and like this video and you get more recommendations like this from us. Put that bell on so you'll know when that next and get notified when the next club race is. But other than club race news, we do have our special event that will be in December. Keep an eye out to look out for the special event. Well, I've heard many of these Australasian time zone drivers buggering me about what this special event is, and all I can say, it's going to be some bloody close racing in that special event. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be great racing. But back after the club race, Spider-Man's still not pitting. He's coming back behind his possibly teammate in Coolboy. Coolboy in 8th place. Oh no, Coolboy's spun out and taken damage. We're going to quickly take a look at that. What's happened with Coolboy? He must have clipped a Clobox and he hits the wall again. So he didn't execute the 3-point turn. He's really taking the heat, really revving that engine, that car. Really, there we go. Spunkmeyer taking the overtake of him. Revs, who had pitted twice, I doubt he would be close enough to overtake Coolboy. But Coolboy spinning out of that second last corner. So not too sure if the damage is bad or not, but he chooses to stay out of the pit, so I can't imagine the damage being too bad. But why Coolboy is staying out is, I believe if he pits, he will be worried about how close Revs Martin gets to him, and if Coolboy pits, I can imagine he will be thinking that Revs Martin will be overtaking him, and that's why he's staying out. So off to the on-track battles now. We'll be looking. We've got Supercross and Taiju in a current battle. Dirk Raleigh and Dirt Diggler still in their battle for 4th place. Both these guys are Fiat drivers of Fiat Championship. Taker and Dirk Diggler, who is what I called him last season. Dirk Diggler was the consistent driver. Dirk Diggler was amazingly consistent, and that's what kept him to take that 4th place finish in the championship, I believe, or possibly 5th. There was a final quite big battle between Revs Martin, Dirk Diggler and Blake File in the Mosbiers, but yeah, Dirk Diggler did take 4th or 5th in the standings, and what I loved about Dirk Diggler last season, he was amazingly consistent. But Dirt Rally, he's one that took the champ. But what we don't know, these drivers take the adaptations from their different cars and put them into these new cars that aren't championship cars. And what can I say? Maybe Dirk Diggler was quicker in the GT5s, but Dirt Rally will be really will be going for this overtake sometime soon if he can make that move to the catch-up. But who is that in that car there? I do believe that's HHV. So these lot are taking HHV, and this battle for 4th could possibly be turning into a battle for 3rd. Spider-Man's still not pitted yet into the 13th lap, so when is Spider-Man going to pit? This is the question of the race at the moment. Spider-Man, when is that pit stop going to happen? Winner of the sprint race, NZ Jack came, I believe, 6th place in the sprint race. This is amazing for him taking the second place. Great job to NZ Jack. Quite the improvement from last time, and I believe why he couldn't make those standings up in the sprint race. He did have a battle with Dirt Rally and Revs Martin throughout the middle of the race, as we saw in the sprint, but he did take a bit of damage from that sprint race. From what you guys saw in the sprint, that was absolute mayhem, and a lot of drivers were containing a bit of damage, which is what slowed them down. Which is why, from what we saw in that battle between Coolboy and Misty Apex earlier, I did predict that Misty Apex would end up overtaking Coolboy, as I believed he had the quicker car that had less damage. But look at him, we've got Dirk Diggler and Dirt Rally heading in, closing in on HHV. HHV going to be with, what can I say, this is HHV, around, what, 5 laps left to go, 4 or 5 laps left to go. HHV needs to hold these guys off as long as he possibly can. If HHV can hold these guys off, that is all he needs to think about right now. I don't reckon Dirt Rally will be going trying to overtake Dirk Diggler anytime soon until these lot get past. There's Dirk Diggler going off. That's too wide into Grand Hood. No! HHV's taking his front off. That could be something for the stewards to decide. Yeah, HHV's with the damage. That's going to make that car even slower, and that's going to make Dirk Diggler and Dirt Rally even more eager to get past, because they know his car's slower now with that damage. They know that car's slower. How much handling is worse? Yep, you can see the handling in that car is a lot worse, as he could not take that chicane as quick as he normally could. Not sure if he's possibly gotten there. gotten the penalty, but no, that's all three of the cars hit the wall. All three. HHV tried to defend the third place. All three ended up hitting the wall. And with the damage HHV had sustained earlier, his car could not handle it. Obviously, it's slowed down. But what's happening here? Dirk Diggler is slowing down a lot more. I believe Dirk Diggler is looking to give the position back. So, yep, there we go. Dirk Diggler is handing the position back. So, he will, if that's due to in-game stewards, we're not too sure about that. Or if it's believed he knows that was his fault, he will have done that to avoid that failure to weight penalty. So, nice job on Dirk Diggler. That is exactly what we like to see from the drivers, giving the positions back in wrecks that are caused. So, really well done, Dirk Diggler. That's really like what we like to see in Flux Motorsport. Now, what we were talking about earlier, Spud Mad. How close was he going to end up being to NZ Jack when he finishes that pit stop? Here's your answer, guys. 20 seconds. This guy this guy's amazing here on this race. I absolutely cannot wait to see how he will go next week. And we are looking to have club races next week, so keep an eye on that club race channel of what club races will be finished, will be seen. And if we get enough sign-ups, there will most likely be club races that will be streamed. Hoping to still have 3 club races a week in both the European time zone, the American time zone, and tonight the Australasian time zone. But tonight we've had the GT5s in the Azure circuit. Sprint race was really, what can I say, intense and nerve-wracking is what I can give 2 words to describe it, as that first lap was, well, bloody intense. Dirt earlier. Well, here we go. Earlier with that battle between HHV and Dirk Diggler, all he can do is take that third place, because Dirk Diggler did have to end up giving that position back to HHV. So that was easy for Dirt Roller to take that third place, and with what, 9-second lead from Dirk Diggler, I feel like he's going to be quite comfortable with the gap he has. But another battle on the track is HHV from the damage he suspended from the earlier wrecks. We've got Super with a Clayton car, new tyres. HHV's tyres are fairly cold from what you see. Super Crusher, warmer tyres. I reckon we can look out at the Super Crusher looking to make a move on HHV in what, lap 15 now, in possibly lap 17 or lap 16. I reckon we could see Super Crusher trying to make a move on HHV. So there you go. Super Crusher taking in the hairpin just after HHV. 4-second gap from what was 5 seconds. Lap 16 now for Spud Mad has now gone on to lap 16. So these drivers are on lap 15 at the moment. So I believe that's, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. That is a bit of switching between 5 seconds and 4 seconds. I want to go take an on board on Super Crusher for a bit and take on his journey as he tries to make that move, close that gap to HHV. 4-second gap at the moment. Look on that times on the left. We've still got these 4 seconds. They're about to make their second last lap on the 16th. That gap between Spud Mad and NZ Jack is taking a little close here. Spud Mad, I don't believe what can I think of why that gap is starting to close to 9 seconds when it was 20 seconds? Oh, there we go. It's back to 20. But we're going to have to find out later, drivers, viewers, if Spud Mad pitted for tyres or not. Spud Mad tyres could be much older, and no, there we go. I believe Spud Mad would have spun out a little bit there earlier. But yeah, I reckon this 4-second gap's going to stay fairly consistent. We're going to take a look back on the other drivers on the track. We've got NZ Jack in second. Third place is Dirt Rally. I believe this will be what their finishing positions are for now. Dirk Diggler is going to hold that 4-second gap between HHVs. So I reckon HHVs, these gap between these two drivers are getting closer. I don't reckon if they're going to get close enough by the final lap to the point where they can overtake. But it could get closer. Whoa, what's happened here? Taijo's taking his second pit stop. Taijo must have sustained some sort of damage earlier. With the pit stop here, will be enough for Revs Martin to catch up. Where's Revs Martin at the moment? Revs Martin's heading into 3. So, we do have only 9 drivers at the moment. So, who is that that retired? It was Cool Boy. So, Cool Boy did have to make a retirement. So, what? Did Cool Boy do some sort of damage, or he had to leave the race for some sort of reason? But there we go. Taijo's there, one of the pits that wasn't enough for Revs Martin to catch up. But we'll check back onto the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Spudmad's now made his final lap, heading into past the Grand Hotel hairpin and about to enter Sector 3. So Spudmad on his final lap. These lads on their 16th, about to enter their final lap. Now 3-second gap between Dirk Diggler and HHV. 3-second gap between HHV and Supercrusher. How low is this gap going to be in those last few corners of the front? I reckon this battle is going to be quite interesting if we have these guys have the final lap. But we look at the time, let's look at penalties, and with Good Boys time, we only going to see 1 second penalty for HHV. So all Supercrusher has to do is get within 1 second of HHV, and he has got that 5th place. So not only are we going to look for overtaking in this battle, but what we're going to be looking at is the timings on that left side. Viewers, look on that left hand screen and have a look. Supercrusher decides to take that 1 second. There we go. Supercrusher's 1 second behind HHV. That's an alarm. Sorry folks, if you're hearing that, that is my alarm. Not sure why I'm getting an alarm at 9:30 at night. That must have accidentally been an alarm for 9:30 in the morning. It was meant to be, but here we go. Hamish is closing in. HHV, sorry, is closing in on Dirk Diggler. Supercrusher closing in on HHV. There we go. Look back on the latest. NZ has crossed the line. That we confirmed. Supercrusher, amazing. Spudmad race from him. Amazing race from NZ Jack. Amazing race from Dirt Rutland closing into the finish line. But we're going to look back on Dirk Diggler, HHV, and Supercrusher. There we go. Supercrusher is now 2 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds behind HHV. He needs to make that a 1 second gap with the 1 second penalty that HHV has. He needs to push that car as hard as he can to take that 5th place. Dirk Diggler is going to take this 4th place in the moment. Congratulations to Dirk Diggler. Amazing racing from him tonight. Took the early pit stop and it served him well. Avoided the early traffic. But here we go. Supercrusher 1 second, 1 second. Whoa, what happened there? Dirk Diggler must have got a slow down. And what happened is he might have held up Supercrusher from the penalty. Yup. We're about to find out. We are about to find out. Yup. Supercrusher did take that gap because that 1 second turned into a 2 second. There we go, folks. Supercrusher was able to take that 4th place, but what we need to find out is why Dirk Diggler slowed down at the end. I believe it could only have been a slowdown due to cutting that last chicane too much, and yeah, Dirk Diggler can't afford to take any penalties with the close drivers he had around. But we're about to take a look at the final results. Amazing from Spudmad, winning both the sprint race and both the feature race. Well done, Spudmad. Well done to NZ Jack. Dirt Rally taking 3rd place. Supercrusher coming back to 4th after the sprint race didn't go too well for him after he sustained damage. Dirk Diggler 5th, as he did slow down there, I believe, with a slow down penalty from the in-game stewards. HHV 6th due to that 2 second penalty, as he was in front of the Dirk Diggler across that finish line. But Spunkmeyer 7th, Taijo 8th, Revs Martin, yeah, unlucky to these lot. They did have to pit twice, I am guessing for most likely damage, but yeah, Spunkmeyer 7th, Taijo 8th, Revs Martin 9th, and missing drivers tonight. We did have Cool Boy making retirement, Misty Apex making retirement, Destroy making retirement tonight, and the last Viper making retirement tonight. I could be missing one more driver. Sorry to that one more driver if it's you that I'm missing, but they did have that luck having to make a retirement due to the storms going on in the UK. Cool Boy, his retirement is unknown at the moment, but well done to all of the drivers tonight. Everyone else, keep those notifications on and stay tuned for the next club races that could be on, because if we get enough drivers filled up on the grid in these club drivers, I can guarantee that we will see more streamed club races in the future. Be on the lookout for also in December, we will have our special event. It's unannounced at the moment. What it is a mystery. But good night, folks. Good morning if you're in the UK and the US, wherever you are in the world. But I'm Mark, your host tonight, and this has been a Flux Motorsports GT5 club race at Azure circuit. What a great race. Congratulations to all the drivers, and goodbye, everyone.